Hey, Mr. Retro here, and I'm back again with another unboxing from Video Game Monthly. We have two this time, so let's jump in and check them both out. Alright, so I originally just got my first box in, and I was waiting a little while to do my video. Now, while this was going on, I saw that Video Game Monthly had posted on a couple of their social media pages that they were going to do a Halloween-like horror game box, which I thought I'm going to take advantage of this month because it's October, and I like scary games and scary movies and all that stuff, so I thought a horror game box would be awesome. So I just opened my regular box, and I believe this is the additional box, and we will see what we have in both. Now, if you don't know about Video Game Monthly, their service that provides you with retro games from the PS3 all the way back to the Atari, and they do some import stuff too. But what you do is you make the list of the games that you already do have, and then they can send you games that you might not have. Once you do that, you pick what kind of plan you want, either one game up to 10 games, and then you will get those games in the mail each month in a box. Just so you can look at the box, looks just like this. Let me check my white balance. There you go. Yeah. VideoGamesMonthly.com. I'll have a link down to their site in the description box below, so you can go ahead and check them out. I usually just do one box with 5 games, but every once in a while they do throw in some extras. So we'll go ahead and let's see. Let's just open up both at the same time, just to see. Okay, so this one here is my regular one. This one is my horror themed one. So we'll go ahead and look here first. So right from the bat, I see a 1-up, which means that I have an extra game in here, so I should have 6 games in here. And then their thank you card that you get. And right away, I see a great Nintendo 64 game, Perfect Dark. Such a great shooter, a great game. I have played this before, but I do not own it, so I'm very excited to own it now. The cart looks amazing. It looks really good. The label is very nice. There's like one little dent here in the front, but this cart looks super good. I'll give you a close up here in a second. But yeah, the whole cart looks good, and this may be, to check some of my other games, but this cart is like unusually good. It doesn't look like a repro, but you never know. But yes, very good. I will set this right here for now. And then I see an Xbox 360 game. Such an awful movie. X-Men 3, the official game, X-Men The Last Stand. This movie was one of those that, like, it was so bad. They just threw in a whole bunch of stuff with no real meaning or reason to it other than to make things look cool, I feel like. But it is another Xbox 360 game to go in the collection. Now, granted, there are some really cool parts in this, but generally this movie is not good. But X-Men 3, the official game. The cart itself looks really good. A couple little, like, weird edges and a little bit of tearing. We'll go ahead and open it up, and I do see a manual, which is very nice to see. Full manual. And then let's take a look at the disc. Just a little dirty, but really just a cloth to it should take care of most of that. X-Men 3, the video game. I also see Turok Evolution for the GameCube. This is great. I love the Turok games. I have 1 and 2, and so having this one will definitely be great for the collection and to keep playing the games. The cart or the case itself looks really pretty good. You can just tell it's had some wear and tear on it. You know, scuffs from going in and out of probably a shelf or shelving unit. Inside, I hear the disc rattling around, and no manual. No manual. But the disc rattling around does look decent. Maybe I can buff out some of this, but it does look fairly decent, so it should be pretty good. So I have Turok Evolution for the Nintendo GameCube. Now I see Final Fantasy Origins, which is Final Fantasy 1 and 2 for the original PlayStation. This is the Greatest Hits edition. And this is still sealed. That's really awesome. This is still sealed. That's really pretty cool. I'll have to crack it open though, but I appreciate it. I don't know if it's the original seal, but it definitely still has plastic wrap on it. That's pretty awesome. The case looks to be in pretty good shape. There's a little crack right in here, a little like triple scratch crack. I don't know if you guys can see that. Right. Let's see if I can get it out of the light a little bit. Right there, there's a little, you can kind of see the edge of the crack there. And then a little crack on the front, and then a crack here on the side. But other than that, not too bad. But yeah, very happy with that. And then this one is a WWF Superstars for the Nintendo GameCube. So this is, or not GameCube, a Game Boy. It can go into the GameCube with the Game Boy player, but yes, for the Game Boy, the original Game Boy. This is pretty cool. It's got, oh gosh, let me test my wrestler knowledge. It's got Hulk Hogan, Randy Savage, and Ric Flair on the front, I believe. I'll show you a close-up here. But no, this car looks to be in great shape. But yes, it's WWF Superstars for the Nintendo Game Boy. And I see Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 for the Game Boy Color. This cart looks great. Just a little bit of scuffs here, right here on this top edge. But I love the Tony Hawk games. I was a huge fan of them growing up. I played just about every single one that came out, all the way up to Underground. And even that one was really pretty good. It kind of introduced the whole free roam element with a heavy story into it, which was really pretty cool. I really enjoyed those games. And so this may take me back to my childhood a little bit. Now looking at this a little bit more, the label here on the corners is starting to peel up on the top two, and is a little torn. I'll show you in a close-up what it looks like. But other than that, I'm really excited to play this game. And then we got a cool pen from Video Game Monthly. They usually just throw in a little something in there that has their branding on it. This month is a pen. Pretty cool. So now, let's look at the horror box. I've been trying not to look off to the left a little bit for me, so I don't want to spoil anything. And we'll go over all the games after I undo this one. So, I already see the kind of extra something. It's another little koozie to keep your drink cold and insulated. So we'll set that down right here. And I see they have their card of win 3 free games. If you share your photo on their, share a photo of your month's box or this month's box on their Facebook page, you could win 3 free games in your next box. I also see a 2-up, which means I have 2 additional games, which I think they give you your box of games, so I usually get 5, so there should be 7 in this one. And then the thank you. Now I see a whole bunch of portable stuff up here up front, so let's go ahead and just dive on in on this. It's been so long since I've gotten a Game Gear game. This is the Lucky Dime Caper Donald Duck, starring Donald Duck for the Game Gear. It's been so long since I've gotten another Game Gear game. Yeah, the car looks really nice. Label is in great shape. It's got a little blue sticker, so it might have been for someone's like inventory or something. But yeah, the Lucky Dime Caper starring Donald Duck for the Sega Game Gear. Pretty cool. It's not horror themed, but it's some extra stuff. Yoshi for the Nintendo Game Boy, the original Game Boy. I do have this for the original Nintendo. A lot of the original Nintendo stuff, they had ports for the Game Boy, which is really pretty cool. This cart looks to be pretty good. You can definitely tell it's slid in and out. It's got those like wear marks right here where it slid in and out of a Game Boy. And a couple little dark spots, but label looks great. Pretty cool. So Yoshi for the Nintendo Game Boy. I see Marble Madness also for the Nintendo Game Boy. So just a marble puzzle game. I'll have to check this out. I do like some kind of puzzle games, not really mindless, but just something that you kind of zone out and just kind of play around on. Not have to think too critically, but you do have to have some other kind of thinking processes to play these, but just something where you don't have to focus on a story or anything like that. But Marble Madness for the Nintendo Game Boy. And then I see Armorines Project Swarm. I have no idea what this game is. It looks fantastically bad. But this is for the Game Boy Color. I'll show you a close-up of this one. The cover, the label is like, it's a great looking cart, and the label is great. The art on the label is a little generic looking, very like rendered, like a little scene of something, but it does not look good. And the name does not ring a bell, so it probably was not very good. But Armorines Project Swarm for the Nintendo Game Boy Color. And now I start seeing some of the horror games. So I see Resident Evil 4 for the Nintendo GameCube. Such a great game. And some friends and I were just talking about how great the Resident Evil series is. You know, all the way up with 7, and especially with the VR, really that immersive element. And I really like the Resident Evil games. They kind of have a formula to them, so you kind of get used to it, but they're still really good, fun games to play. Movies, however, hit or miss. But Resident Evil 4, the case looks pretty decent. You can definitely tell it's had some love. And let's go ahead and open it up. No manual. But I got both discs, and let's go ahead and look at them. Pretty good, just normal wear and tear on that one. And for disc 2, yeah, just some normal wear and tear. So we have Resident Evil 4 for the Nintendo GameCube. Pretty cool. Now, I don't know if I would consider this one a horror-themed game, but I've got Oddworld, Munch's Odyssey. The Oddworld games are just weird and fun. This is for the original Xbox. But yes, like I was saying, they're just kind of weird and fun, kind of like mini platformer slash, like, yeah, kind of like mini platformers, adventure games. The case itself looks to be pretty good. I don't really see any big scuffs in it. It's just got a little bit of that kind of fading in the plastic that kind of shows that it's kind of been rubbed up against things. Inside, no manual. And the disc looks very nice. A little bit of wear here, right here on the edge, but really not bad at all, especially for an original Xbox game. But yeah, Oddworld Munch's Odyssey for the Xbox. And I see one more game in a plastic sleeve, no less. That's pretty cool. I haven't gotten a game that's in a plastic sleeve before, but this is the Wii U title, Mighty Number 9. I've heard decent things about this. It's kind of like a Mega Man-esque game. Let me go ahead and take this out of its sleeve. Yeah, never had one of these in that before. Interesting. I mean, I'll keep it. I just never had that before. I don't have a lot of games for my Wii U, honestly. It was kind of a system that I got just to get, and just because there's a few games on it that I was like, oh, that looks like fun. I want to get it for that. But really, I don't play my Wii U a whole lot, so getting another game is another reason to hop back into it and play it a little bit more. The case itself looks great. Looks, you know, like a brand new case. very bright. The artwork is great. The case itself, like the label holder, is in great shape. Inside, I see I think this is the full manual, color manual, like a poster, and a little download code. I doubt if it's redeemable, but I'll try it. And the disc itself looks pretty good. Yeah, honestly, this doesn't look like it's ever been played before. So, win for me, I guess. But yeah, Mighty Number 9 for the Wii U. Let's go ahead and let's backtrack a little bit and see what all we got for this month, because it's a lot of stuff for this month, because with the 2 boxes. So let's go back and let's do my original box, just so we can kind of see and do a little overview of this stuff. Let me clear off my area just slightly. So we got Perfect Dark, a great game for the Nintendo 64. X-Men 3, The Last Stand, the official game for the Xbox 360 movie. It's like a guilty pleasure movie. You know it's not a very good movie, but you still watch it and enjoy it and have fun. Turok Evolution for the Nintendo GameCube. Very excited about this. Final Fantasy Origins, which has Final Fantasy 1 and 2. These are the remastered editions. Still sealed. I don't know if it's the original seal, but it still has a seal on it. Very excited about this as well. And then I got 2 Game Boy games. I've got one for the original Game Boy, WWF Superstars, and one for the Game Boy Color, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2. So that itself is a great box to get from Video Game Monthly. But my additional, like my bonus box that I ordered, has some great games in it as well. Always love getting Game Gear games. The Lucky Dime Caper starring Donald Duck for the Sega Game Gear. Yoshi for the Nintendo Game Boy. I love the Nintendo game, so I've never played the Game Boy port of it, so I'm very excited to try that out. Marble Madness, also for the Nintendo Game Boy. Give that little puzzle game a try. And as bad as this looks, I'm excited to jump in and see how bad it is. It might be like one of those good bad games, but Armorine's Project Swarm for the Game Boy Color. We have Munch's Odyssey for the Xbox. Gonna go ahead and play that too. I like the Oddworld games. They're a lot of fun. Resident Evil 4 for the Nintendo GameCube. Very good game. We'll probably give this a play here probably pretty soon, since it's October. Get some good horror games in. And then Mighty Number 9 for the Wii U, and this awesome plastic case cover thing. Yeah, this is awesome. I mean, Video Games Monthly. Do this for everything. This is amazing. I like this. Keeps everything all nice and neat, uniform. But yeah, so a great amount of games today. Just a quick math, that's 3, that's 6, that's 10, 13 games total this month that I can add to the collection just from these boxes. So yeah, that's it for this unboxing video. If you want to see some of my other unboxing videos, you can go ahead and go click on the subscribe button to see when I upload some more, or you can go back through my channel and check out the playlist for all the unboxings. I get some pretty good games each month. If you also want to check out what I get personally, what I buy in between these unboxings, go ahead and check out my social media networks: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. All of those handles and links down there will be in the description below. If you want to hit that bell next to the subscribe button, you can be notified when I upload another video. I have a lot of videos that I want to make, just kind of finding that time to do so. But thank you guys for watching, and I guess I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.